So we are going to be exploring using clipping masks to clip photographs in Illustrator. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to grab some images and place them in my document. So the way Illustrator works with placing photo images, it's the same way as when you placed your croquis. File, place, and then you select the image you want to put in. And then you have the loaded cursor, and then you click and drag to marquee it. However large or small it's going to end up in the document. One of the interesting things you can do with Illustrator when you're loading multiple photo images is you can do file, place, and then you can, by holding shift, you can grab multiple images and still have that loaded cursor. But see how it says 1 of 8? I have 8 images now. This is really cool and handy if you want to throw together a mood board very quickly, because as I click and drag each one, right, I can size it accordingly while I put it into my document. This is so handy, right? The order that you put it in is the order that it's going to end up in terms of the layering within the specific artboard. I'm only on one layer at the moment. It's not like Photoshop, which opens up a new layer every time you copy and paste something in. Illustrator will keep it all on one layer unless you start to move it around and create new layers, which I'm not going to do. But you can see you've got this great mood board ready to go. You can hold shift to make things larger or smaller by clicking and dragging. You can right click on the mouse to arrange, bring to front, which brings it on top of everything. You can also move it back one step. And so this allows you to put together beautiful mood boards very quickly. Now, anything that you're going to be putting on a mood board, you're going to want to do an APA citation for. Even if it's your own photograph or image, you are still going to want to cite it, because you have to always identify the source of the imagery. Okay, so that is super fast mood board. You can also add in some shapes if you would like. I'm just going to put in some squares for the moment. I'm going to hold shift to keep it square. If I didn't, I could make any kind of rectangle. Hold shift, it constrains it to a square. I'm going to do one of these guys, and then I'm going to Control C, Control V. Have several of those. And you will recall that we use that very handy align tool. This is great for mood boards. I've got these basically swatches here. I'm going to align them, distribute evenly, and then I'm going to do them center like that. Then what you can do is, if you want to pull specific colors out of your, I've got more squares than I need, your document, you can black arrow, select your square, and use the eyedropper tool to pull colors. Right? From your document. This is very handy if you have the fashion trend forecast information. If they've given you the Pantone colors, you can do a eyedropper to grab the colors that you want. These are my own colors made up from what's happening in my denim mood board, as you can see. So black arrow, select the shape, eyedropper, click on the color that you want. I think I want a deeper blue for that one. Okay. Then you can always marquee and group, object group, so that Illustrator will use those as one shape. And I'm going to move everything I have over a little bit so I have room for my swatches over here. There we go. Okay, so that is one very handy way to use it. Now, another cool thing you can do is the clipping mask. And the way that works is you can take a shape, and I'll grab another shape here, any shape that you have. And I will make some stars here. And you can put it on top of a photo image, right? So I need to put it on top because right now, because I copied and pasted the photo after it's on top of the shape has to be on top. So you can arrange, bring to front, figure out where your shape's going to go. If you want to see what you're clipping, you can turn off the fill and just keep a stroke on it, and then it will show you what you're going to clip. Make sure only photo and shape are selected. You can either marquee them if you've got room, or you can hold one, hold shift, hold two. So I only have the shape and the photo selected. I'm going to right click and make clipping mask. So cool. Same idea. Make sure that my shape is on top, arrange, bring to front. Make sure only the shape and the photo are selected. Make clipping mask. If you are going to be clipping photo swatches for your mood boards, make sure that the images are very large. Otherwise, because I have to go much smaller with my star to get the green that I want here, as you will see. You want to make sure that the original JPEG is quite large so it doesn't end up really pixelated and chewy when I hold a corner, shift, and resize it. That's looking pretty good. And then these can come into your document. And that is part one on how to use clipping masks in Adobe Illustrator to very quickly create mood boards.